The abrupt closure of the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, headquarters in Washington, D.C., on Monday sent shockwaves through the global development community. Employees received late-night emails instructing them to stay home, a move reported first by DevEx, a leading media outlet for the international development sector. This drastic action followed less than 24 hours after two high-ranking U.S. aid security officials. Their offense: attempting to prevent representatives from Elon Musk's self-proclaimed Department of Government Efficiency, known as Doge, from accessing restricted areas within the building. This unprecedented closure is a direct result of Musk's ongoing campaign to dismantle USAID, an organization he has repeatedly and vehemently denounced as a criminal organization beyond redemption. The Washington Post reported that Musk confirmed his discussions with President Trump about the agency's closure, stating, "I actually checked with him a few times and said, 'Are you sure?' And so we're shutting it down." This declaration has drawn sharp criticism from Democrats and other critics who view Musk's actions as an egregious overreach. The incident underscores Trump's broader, determined effort to reshape and exert control over significant portions of the federal government during his second term. The Doge team, a group of 6 young engineers, aged 19 to 24, one still in college, operating without any congressionally approved authority, has reportedly gained access to highly sensitive data within the U.S. Treasury's database and federal payment systems. This alarming breach of security, as detailed by Wired magazine, raises profound concerns about data security and national infrastructure. The decision by Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent to grant Doge full access to the personal information of millions of Americans, including details of public contractors who directly compete with Musk's businesses, has sparked widespread outrage and accusations of a blatant conflict of interest. Senator Elizabeth Warren D. took to X to express her condemnation, stating, "No one elected Elon Musk. As Donald Trump allows Musk to access people's personal information and shut down government funding, Republicans in Washington will also own the consequences." The email obtained by DevEx, purportedly from senior leadership, further underscores the chaotic nature of the situation. It arrived just a day after USAID's website went offline and hours after the suspension of Director of Security John Voorhees and his deputy, who had physically blocked Doge's access to restricted areas. The incident at USAID is only one example of the far-reaching implications of Musk's influence within the Trump administration. The apparent disregard for established security protocols and the potential for misuse of sensitive information pose a significant threat to national security and public trust. The lack of immediate comment from the White House or President Trump, who was en route from Florida amid escalating trade tensions with Canada, China, and Mexico, only adds to the growing unease. The events of the past few days represent a dramatic shift in the landscape of American governance, raising critical questions about accountability, transparency, and the future role of government agencies in a world increasingly influenced by powerful private interests. The consequences of this power grab and its impact on American democracy and the global community remain to be seen, yet the initial signs are deeply troubling. The swift and decisive actions taken against USAID suggest a deliberate strategy to dismantle a critical agency, raising serious concerns about the long-term implications for foreign aid and international diplomacy. The blatant disregard for established procedures and the lack of transparency surrounding the Doge team's access to sensitive information highlight a troubling erosion of democratic norms and checks and balances. The silence from the White House and the president's preoccupation with escalating trade disputes further emphasize the gravity of the situation. The implications extend beyond the immediate closure of U.S. aid, potentially impacting various facets of American foreign policy and international relations. The unchecked accumulation of power in the hands of unelected individuals poses a severe threat to the principles of democratic governance and accountability. The coming days and weeks will be crucial in determining the full scope of the damage and the potential for remedial action. The international community is watching closely, as the actions of the Trump administration and Elon Musk have global ramifications. This situation requires immediate attention and thorough investigation to ensure the protection of sensitive information and the integrity of government institutions. The potential for long-term harm to international cooperation and development efforts is substantial. The lack of transparency and accountability surrounding these events undermines public trust and confidence in the government's ability to effectively manage its affairs and protect its citizens. This unprecedented situation demands a full and transparent accounting from the Trump administration and a commitment to restoring faith in democratic institutions. The implications of this power grab extend far beyond the immediate closure of U.S. aid, and the international consequences are likely to be significant. The world is watching.